Now live. Everybody wants to mock draft, and that's what we're going to do here today. Unfortunately, Smitty was busy. He's not going to be able to mock draft, but that's no big deal. We're still going to be mocking it up. We're going to do one 12-team draft, or just kidding. Smitty's in the building. We're going to be doing a mock. What's up, Smitty? Ready to mock?
What's up, man? I'm ready. I'm in the 2 spot. I've got my soldiers, I think, filing in, and I hope to see some Team Smitty hashtags here because I told them to come on over and attack this channel in a positive way, support the couch. And I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Got that 2 spot. I'm ready to roll.
We talk trash about you, but I tell them me and you are good friends. Is that okay? We're good friends. I can say good friends, right?
Yeah,
like not just friends, but good friends.
Yeah, trash talk's healthy.
Yeah, no, I was like, as long as it's with, just like silly trash talk and just like you suck or who'd you draft, trash talk's good.
Yeah.
All right, guys, link incoming. So I asked one favor from you, Smitty. Links incoming, by the way, guys, in the chat. It's going to be coming up here in 2 seconds. Just one favor. Can we do random order here? And then I was thinking on your live stream, we do throne order. Okay. I got 4, you got 6.
Let's do that.
Awesome. Okay, so right after this mock, guys, we're going to head on over to Smitty's YouTube channel, The Fantasy Football Show. Links below in the description as well, but you guys already probably know it. And we're going to do the second mock right there. I'm going to post the link. We got to hurry up. Smitty's in. I appreciate the donation, but I just posted it, the AMR. And also, we probably won't have time for team grades, but I'll probably just grade this after. I'll take a screen. I know everyone wants team grades, but we probably won't have time. This is a 12-team, 14-round. You're starting only 1 QB, 3 wide receivers, no defense, no kicker, 30 seconds. I'm going to randomize it, and then we'll get it going. You guys been...
What am I going to get? Oh, man, I got the 12 pick.
You guys been talking about the throne, like War Room style, or?
Yeah, we definitely. I've got a Discord. A lot, all of us pretty much do for this, but I think I'm going to mix it up, Couch. I think I'm going to do the first round. We're going to do it like on Instagram Live and on YouTube, and I'll figure out how to collect that.
It's more hype too. I mean, it's more fun. The main thing is it's about the community and the hype, but you also want it to go smooth. You don't want it to be like too much craziness and argue. The mock. Here's the mock.
Oh yeah, McCaffrey, Barkley, 1 and 2, not a surprise. The question, Couch, is: are people freaking out about Zeke for the wrong reasons? The man is now potentially better off in a way, being potentially immune, building up antibodies for the coronavirus. I like him at 3. He's locked.
Yeah, he's good. I'm not too worried about that because we're talking about. Wait, I'm not in the mock.
You're not. What happened? Where'd you go?
Well, this has never happened. Oh no! Wait, I had the 1 spot, didn't I?
I thought you did.
I got kicked. No.
Here, I'll take over.
But this is so lame because it's my stream. What do I do? I'm gonna start a new. I don't know. Can you do 2 at once? Do 2. Can you do 2 at once? Can you do 1 on your computer?
Let's just do 1. Let's focus on 1.
What am I supposed to do?
No, kick this one. What's fine.
But I feel so bad. This guy donated and he got in.
Can you send him a link?
Yeah, I can. I'll send him a link.
Let's get him in.
Sorry, I mean, guys, this is a Y2K bug here. I mean, I don't know what to say. This is like, it's never, people have told me they've got kicked out, but it's my mock.
Did you replace yourself with your dono, though?
What's a dono? What's that?
Like your donation? Like your...
No, I didn't give it to him. I was already apologizing, but he randomly got in.
All right, well, send him. Yeah, I wonder who I'd get, though. I'm looking down the...
I mean, I don't know
I'm gonna draft my 12 and 13 or my...
This is like, I don't know. I just feel sick to my stomach.
Oh, because, Couch, you had 14 teams. You cut it down to 12. You cut 2 people out.
I never had 14 teams. I know that for a fact because I know what I've done the last 10 times.
I thought I saw
no,
it.
No, it was no. That's no. But some people told me they got kicked out. We got a lot of people in line, by the way. Just like a lot of people trying to get in is what I meant.
Couch kicked himself. Couch, I hope you come with this kind of preparedness during the throne draft. I really do.
Well, we got 8 hours, so even for people that screw up like me, it's a computer glitch. It's not my fault, but yeah, the 8 hours really helps out. All right.
Send me that link in the chat here.
In
Let me open up Skype,
our secret chat that nobody else can get in. Oh, there it is. Okay. I mean, I just feel bad. I know. I really care about my peoples and your peoples in here too. And it's just like, but I'll try to send the Amar. I think his name's the same. I just sent you the link.
Okay.
Things are going pretty smooth so far, I'd say.
Yeah, this is a great. I'm glad you invited me. This is a great chat. Great mock.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's just lots of fun. The Amar. I sent you a link, dog. I got your donation.
Okay, let me get in this.
All right, look, I'm not gonna randomize it anymore, because I can't risk that happening again. We're never gonna finish. I'm just gonna pick a different spot. I'm gonna go ahead and pick 7, just in case you want to do 6. What's up,
okay,
Honesty?
Hold on, I'm trying to get in. Join draft. I'm still seeing the old one. Hold on.
That's crazy, dude. Are you serious?
Well, hold on. It might just be.
You close out if you're doing it on the phone, close out the app.
Yeah.
Okay, the Amar got in. Okay, I just sent this link again just in case to you, Smitty. Guys, this is going smooth. By the way, we're doing a 12-team, 14-round snake mock draft. You're starting 1 QB, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 flex. We're having lots of fun so far. Waiting on Smitty to join. And he's in! Link
I'm in.
Incoming. 3, 2, 1. Link.
All right, let's watch this puppy fill up. Team Smitty, you better grab some spots. I better see some of my regulars in here.
Yeah, let's see
where you at.
Oh, there's some Smitties in here. I can smell it for sure.
Yeah, it's a whiff of excellence. I can smell it too.
A whiff of excellence. Smells like iron. What does this smell like?
Irony.
Irony. All right, let's let the draft begin. We're not randomizing because I'll probably screw it up. Okay. Just want to wait.
I wonder how
Just want to make it clear it was not my fault last time.
I wonder how my other draft is going without me. I wonder how I'm doing at the 12 spot right now. Okay, so I'm going to take Zeke. I'm going to prep this right now because I know Zeke's not going to go 1 or 2 unless these guys want to cramp my speech. But I'm not scared of Zeke having corona right now. He's plenty of time to recover, and in fact, having those antibodies, the potential to, I think, fend off, getting sick again. Now, there's debate, Couch, whether you can catch it again.
Yeah, this whole thing. I mean, it's an important topic, but this whole thing is like basically a non-factor. Or like you said, you can see it as more of a positive because he'll probably be 100% fine. Probably. I mean, we don't know anything for sure.
He's asymptomatic, so he's not even showing.
I mean, that's what the reports. Reports. Sean McVay reports. Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, who are you going?
I might go Dalvin here because I don't believe he's gonna hold out.
I like it.
Definitely going running back. So it's between Dalvin, Mixon, and Jacobs. And I'm just gonna try out Dalvin here. Actually, no, I'm scared now. In June.
This is redraft, right?
Yeah, redraft. Pretty much similar to I did setting similar to the throne, except I did 14 rounds to make it go faster. Ours might be 16 rounds.
Ricky, Royal, all of you guys, if you didn't get in, just know that we're doing this on my channel next. So we're going to do an hour on Couch's channel. We're going to jump over onto my channel and do a mock. So we're not done. We're not done. This is not our only mock tonight.
Okay.
So, Kamara, I think, is locked in at my number 4. This is my exact top 4, Couch. My exact top 4.
Well, who's 5
Barkley.
then?
5 for me is probably, as much as I want to rank Mike Thomas there logically, like it depends on. I keep saying that people context matters. If you're in a league like the Throne League, it's going to go running back heavy, bro. And if I take Mike Thomas at number 6, let's say he falls, we might not like our team at the end of it as much as, we will if we go, let's say, Dalvin Cook. So Dalvin Cook still could be right around that 1.5. I love Josh Jacobs. I think it's a little early at 5 or 6. I like where you took him at 7. I think he's still got upside and appeal there. On paper, it's Mike Thomas, like it always is. But when push comes to shove, I don't know about you, but I draft sometimes where I'm like, damn, I have been ranking this guy way ahead and I'm not taking him. It's, when you're on the clock, it's different. A lot of context.
A lot of things to consider, but yeah, I'll probably we're at the 4 spot, so we're really talking between Zeke, Kamara, and Mike Thomas really there. Probably avoid Dalvin just because of the, it's so close, and Dalvin with the injury history and this holdout, and I think that's enough to push him down at least out of our top 4. And so we're really talking between those 3 players. And the 3.
This is a tough spot to be in.
What spot? 3?
When you're drafting with your own people and they snipe you. I'm gonna go Godwin here and see how I like my build this way. Feeling pretty good about Godwin there. I think Godwin's got the potential, Couch. This is what I preach to people all the time, the potential to be a top 10 overall player. And I think I'm kind of drafting him here at 2.10 at his floor, wouldn't you say? Like, this is what he's going to do.
We're talking full PPR, so of course he has that.
Yeah.
He has that upside. So, Bruce Arians. And we were just looking at Buccaneers stats, and it's like, I mean, no matter how you feel about Brady, it's still Bruce Arians and it's still Brady. Like, it's really not that bad. Like, I mean, it's not like Brady is like absolute garbage of a quarterback. And we all know Bruce Arians, man. Risk it, no biscuit. Runs the most verticals, deep plays. Brought 5,000 out of Jameis. And, yeah, man, he could do some things. Did it with Carson Palmer. Like, Bruce Arians has been proven. So, Godwin, I think, has good upside and good floor in PPR.
So, my strategy here, Couch, for people that know me, they know I do love Mahomes. I do love Lamar in that 2.10 to 3.03 range. I was strategic here in knowing that the odds of both of these guys at 1.1 and 1.2 wanting Lamar Mahomes is probably slim. So I took the gamble that only one of the quarterbacks would go, and sure enough, that was the case because most people don't like going early QB. So I took the gamble that Mahomes would fall, and if I had taken Mahomes, Chris Godwin would not have fallen
for sure.
So look at that trio right there. Can we make this a league? Like, what's going on here?
What's your line? Say your line. What is the thing? Oh no, you say that that has to be after round 5, right? In a mock. You don't know what I'm talking about? You got your line. I'm gonna write this down because it's like this has been in like a skit, but I never remember exact. I need to know exact. I have you on here. It's live. Like, you say I would take, what is it? Hold on, let me make my pick. I could get the other Bucks wide receiver here, but I do like my running backs. Let's try. I'm usually not going early tight end, but I do like a little Kittle here. I'll go Kittle and see what happens.
Galladay, what's wrong? Why is David Johnson so high? Why is Gurley so high? Why is Chris Carson so high? Like, this would be a dream come true for me. No offense to you guys that took him there. Dream come true draft for me. Like, let's turn this into a league.
What do you say? I would take this battle into a real league any day. What do you say?
I would take this team into battle any day of the week.
I would take
this team.
This team. What's
I love how you.
what
I
is
mean,
it?
I don't know. I don't.
No, I need the exact because I that can never come out of my mouth, so I don't know what to.
I mean,
Just say it
I think I say it
naturally.
different ways. Okay, I'd take this team into battle any day of the week. Couch. This should be a league. How's that? That feel natural?
I would take this team into battle
Any day of the
any
week,
day of the week. Yeah, that sounds like what you said.
especially on Sundays. Couch when they actually play football.
Any day. We did an XFL draft.
Are they even gonna have an XFL?
No, that's done. That died. It died. We had a little wake for it. No, it's just a total off topic, but that wasn't a joke. We people were like, let's do XFL draft. I was like, all right, I'll be the commish, and we actually had a $5 buy-in. Some people were like 0. Some people were like 10. I'm like, come on, 5 is perfect. I'm like, this could die anytime. And then we got hit with these lockdowns and crazy things, and it really did die. And it was on this site called alternatefantasy.com, and it's just a conglomerate of just like people who like to code, and it was so awful. And the site got so much traffic that it took like 2 hours to pick, and so
Yeah.
but it was fun though. Like I think I was in 3rd place or something. It was fun.
Yeah. Well, how do you like your team so far? Couch, you're on the clock again. I like your team. Jacobs, Hopkins, Kittle. You gotta like that. Kelsey and Kittle, pretty good value. I love how both are falling like not just to like 3.1. You're getting Travis Kelsey and Kittle falling to 3.2, 3.4, 3.7 in your case, a lot. And I don't know why, because they're still head and shoulders above everybody else, but maybe Andrews, in my opinion.
I think people like my theory of waiting on tight end and quarterback more so. I understand, we have a ton of different people in here, but I think, that's being spread more. And yeah, even what I saw, regardless of what I think, like from what I've seen in mocks, these tight ends went a little bit later than I usually see. I usually see them go more like 3.2 than 3.5 and 3.6.
All right, I'm on the clock.
So Smitty has Zeke, Godwin, Patrick Mahomes. So he's doing the rainbow strategy, as we call it. And now he's on the clock.
And A.J. Brown, I just missed A.J. Brown. That's really disappointing. If I would have got A.J. Brown, I just would have walked out. I think I would have dropped the mic. I got a draft here. I'm going. I don't even think this is early. I think this is a freaking home run steal. Like, I think this is a low-end wide receiver 1, DK Metcalf. Maybe I think I need to drop my mic and just leave, Couch. I'm going to make this pick first, then I'm walking out.
Yeah, I mean, you basically drafted, you got Calvin Johnson, you got literally Patrick Mahomes. Like, no metaphor. And you got a guy who has God in his name and win. And then you have Zeke. I mean, how much cereal do you? Yeah, I mean, he owned this virus. He said this, he said what virus, and he just continued eating more cereal. So
look at the 4 straight backs. The 4 straight backs for Conrad, man. That's deep. Okay, so here I'm considering a number of people. If I didn't have a quarterback, I would consider Kyler Murray here, just so people know my thinking. But right here, I'm going with a guy that has arguable, like, end of the 3rd, but definitely early 4th round value in Chark. Like, DK, Chark, and Godwin with Mahomes and Elliott. Couch, I'd take that team into battle any day of the week.
I'll take this team into battle any day of the week. I gotta know this because it's all about showmanship and hype. So I need to know when to. The right time. It's only going to be once, but it's going to be during the right time. I'm going to use that. Oh, man. I like RB here. There's a lot of RBs. There's a lot of... I like the quarterbacks. I like the running backs. And I like the wide receivers here. So,
I'm feeling this team, man.
I mean, I could really go anything. But do you honestly ever mock a team that you don't like?
Yes, absolutely.
I've never seen it.
Absolutely.
That's how come I know about this catchphrase.
I've
This
never
is
seen
this
it.
is the Smitty catchphrase. So I never heard the my catchphrase from time to time. I'm not saying that I hate all my mocks, but from time to time I go, hey, it's just a mock. I was trying out
Yeah.
something. It didn't work
Yeah.
out. I have said that
Couch.
multiple times.
No, Couch, I time out a lot. So I end up like having a lot of
Oh,
those.
that's
If I didn't time out here, Couch, I would have loved my team. That
that's
happens
his
to me more
only
often.
excuse is that it's a computer glitch. Is a timeout. All right.
No,
Okay.
no,
Then.
I've had bad drafts. Believe me.
Oh, I'm just talking about mocking, like on your channel or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen bad drafts from you in the throne last year. We've seen those.
No, I don't think that was a bad draft.
I know,
Like,
I know what you think, but that's
Couch,
your
injury.
opinion. That's a little inside joke we got.
Yeah,
Our opinion is
Couch.
different.
I'm pretty sure that the majority in here, and we could take a poll, would think that our team would win first place if we could repeat 2020 with the 2019
You know what's
roster.
crazy? Shh, don't tell him. How about if not you, don't jump on this. This is not for you, okay? This is about someone
Okay.
else. So don't
Okay.
start being like, don't start taking the throne already. If Big Ben stayed healthy and Rapper didn't drop Waller, I think his team would probably be good. I didn't even look at the rest of his team, but he drafted Juju, who probably would have did way better with Big Ben, and he drafted Waller in round 16 and dropped him. And he was, I believe, one of the teams who was just totally struggling at tight end. You and him, maybe there was 2 or 3 teams that just desperately needed a tight end, and I think one of them was his. And Waller is kind of like that guy who helps you win the fantasy Super Bowl, and he got him around 16.
That's a good pick. We had Woods. We got ripped on for having no wide receivers. But if people remember, we went running back Mahomes. We took Mahomes in the 3rd round, which we got ripped apart for, and he got hurt. But we had Kamara. We drafted Cook at the bottom of the 2nd round. We ended up making a trade where we got Zach Ertz and Elliott for.
If I draft Hollywood Brown, would you want to trade for him?
If you drafted him right here, sure.
Don't lie to me. It's gonna hurt my feelings. It's gonna hurt. Mock trade.
Yeah, I would.
All right, I'll give you a fair deal though. I won't.
Okay,
all
thanks
right.
for
that one was for Smitty.
Appreciate that. And to be honest, you could probably make me give up more than I should.
Yeah, but I'll be fair, because you gave me your word here, you gave me your mock word, so I'm gonna give you my mock word that I won't fleece you.
I mean, I don't mind. It's part of the deal.
Yeah.
I pride myself on being a league ender, Couch, where I make so many trades and crazy moves that people pull that old I don't have time for this league anymore.
Yeah, and it's good to know your opponents. Like I know Smitty loves to trade. I'm not saying anything like you'd be like terrible, make a terrible trade, but I know you do like to trade, so I know you would be open to it.
Man, I don't know what to do here. There's not a lot of running backs left at all. I'm kind of thinking
well,
this is.
I'm
gonna
trade
early.
you Hollywood Brown. Draft me a wide receiver here. Give me a wide receiver.
This is early, but I literally have no other options for running backs.
God.
I could take.
You're thin at RB.
Yeah, but we'll see what I do with the next pick. But I think that kind of helps me at least have some upside with that running back 2 spot. But it's going to be, he may not get the carries in week 1. This might be my week 4, week 5, week 6 move on, and then I actually start a guy I draft later ahead of JK. But that's the price I pay for having the best wide receivers, the best quarterback, and having Zeke Elliott still on my roster. Like you're gonna have a hole somewhere. You can't. I love that when you stack a team a certain way and you're like literally on fire at all these other positions, and you create a hole for yourself by design. And somebody's comments always like, "Yeah, but you have a weak running back too." Like, yeah, I know that.
Hey,
I realize that.
The fantasy football therapist, he's not in your Discord, is he?
I think he is. Yeah.
He's a fan of yours, but
I think he is in my Discord.
So he's on 2. He's in my Discord. He's in my war room.
This wouldn't be a bad move for me because, like I just explained, JK could come on late in the year. Damien's going to do pretty decent at the beginning of the year. They might cross paths in my lineup.
This is realistic. That is a realistic scenario.
That's kind of how I'd solve that problem if anybody's curious how to, because you stack like this, you're going to create a problem. You got to be able to have a solution for it.
I think he's talking about you. He said, I believe he's referring to you. Smitty makes some wild trades in one league with him. Never seen a guy ship draft picks and players like he does. That sounds like you.
But therapist, yeah, it is me.
Okay.
Therapist, would you say that I build the best teams doing that though? Like maybe that's the one league where I'm struggling or something, but I pretty much have built teams that usually people go, stop trading with them, whatever. Because it's not so much that I'm the best trader ever. It's that I offer a ton of trades, Couch, and it's a numbers game. If you offer 15 trades, you probably offer 15 trades in a week. I offer 15 trades a night. And when I do that, it creates, some kind of movement, and I end up getting one of those 15 that I feel like are in my advantage, all 15. I designed to be in my advantage, and all it takes is one. So it's offering in masses eventually gets you what you want.
You said you traded for A.J. Brown, then traded him for CMC, which sounds like a good deal.
Yeah, I gave up more, but yes, I ended up.
Still sounds good from the information I got.
Well, I ended up in the most recent league we did. I kind of vowed never to do one again for cookies, Couch, in a follower league, because it just creates like problems, And when you're joining, and I ended up trading, what was it? I ended up getting McCaffrey, Barkley, and Mahomes by the end of day one of the trading, and it just it didn't end well.
It's like your personality with these ideas. You love to like your brain can't stop. You're like your brain's like proposing. Like you wake. It's like, how people sleep. Like you wake up and you're like, oh crap! I sent out 4 trades in my sleep. Like your brain just never stops. Just like all these you come up with all these little and big and crazy off the wall ideas, and you always come up with ideas like it seems like every day. And that's just how you are. Like everyone's different. It's just how it is. But if the trades ultimate 51% of the time, if the trades benefit you, that means you're winning. So, I mean, that's just what it is.
And I've been some of your followers might not know, but I've been in the business longer than almost anybody. 2003-4 is when I started, and I've been innovating. It's in my blood. I'm come from a long line of like inventors and innovators, and that lifestyle is crazy because most people, I've watched my grandpa make a lot and invest every dollar he has into his next idea. And so I've got entrepreneurial blood in me, and I created the first draft calculator in the fantasy football industry in 2003, the first instant trade calculator. Trade calculator. And I invented the first instant where you can literally pick your team and go through, draft scenarios, mock draft simulator in 2003. So in 2003, created both of those, and that's how I got into the industry. Is I would sit on a milk crate at 16 years old inside a grocery store in the freezer, deep in the freezer behind the milk, and I'd just be mock drafting on a pad of paper in like March, April, May, and this is before Dynasty was even around, Couch. And so my buddies didn't want to draft in April, May. I was crazy. The same thing you're kind of thinking of me now is the exact way my buddies thought of me growing up. It was like, Smitty, we're going to draft in August, okay? Football doesn't start till September. We're not drafting in April. And so that's why I created my fantasy football content in 2003, is I got tired of there not being content in March, April, May, June, July. That's like kind of my backstory.
Dynasty wasn't a thing at all back then, or
not to a big degree. Not anything that was popular. Not where you could really go anywhere to find the content. I got a draft here. Oh man. What do you think of Gronk?
I avoid him, but he's a boomer bust. I mean, I
like Ingram.
You gotta be if you go with Gronk, you really gotta have a tight end 2 strategy in case it fails. But he's gonna get some opportunities, that's for sure.
I like Ingram here. I think Ingram has the potential to be like this year's Waller. And people know he's kind of coming, but they're still going to avoid him because of the injury and the fact that people doubt the Giants. I don't. I think Daniel Jones is going to come into his own, and Evan Ingram, for as many games as he's on the field, will be a part of why.
I don't like Ingram. It was disgusting.
I love Conrad's approach. Running back, running back, running back, running back, wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver. Like, he's literally all in at one position at a time.
Yeah, he's got it. It's working out though if he can finish the draft strong, because he's just going to be throwing darts at wide receivers, and you can find them. You can get wide receivers. It's doable. I looked last year at our Throne League, and it's your turn, by the way. I looked last year at the Throne League, and there was a lot of really good wide receivers drafted late. Like Devontae, we drafted Devontae Parker, then we dropped him.
So
a lot of them.
So, Couch, real quickly, just to talk on this topic, I think it's pretty important content, is I took Tony Pollard here. And honestly, I should have taken him at 8.10. I should have probably toyed around with the idea. But when you're in a position like I am, where you're literally going to be playing running back carousel at first at your running back 2, there's nothing more important, if it's possible, to cuff your solid, strong running back. And in the case of Elliott and Pollard, there's probably no safer duo in the entire NFL. Maybe Kamara and Lat Murray. You could argue Cook and Madison, but I think the Stefanski leaving could make that not as like a home run if
and there's also Mike Boone
Madison.
On top of that too.
Yeah,
just
so
another
Elliott,
thing.
Yeah, Elliott and Pollard, I'd argue, would help me sleep better at night than owning Barkley or McCaffrey alone. Although I would draft Barkley and McCaffrey ahead of Elliott, my point just being that in this scenario, I've got top 5 running back numbers on lock. Like, I don't even have to worry about my running back 1. So this is safe for me because now I'm juggling J.K. and Damian at running back 2, but I have no concerns about my running back 1. So, just something to think about. If you're going to go light at a running back position, can you secure your other one so you don't have a problem, at both spots?
Yeah, there's 2 reasons. One, Tony Pollard is one of the top handcuffs. There's only certain people in reality, there's only a certain amount of handcuffs realistically that you'd want to consider. It's not a long list, and Pollard is at the top of that, not the very top, but amongst the top. Is one guy you want to draft, and then especially like you said, when you're going risky, you don't have much secure depth at running back. At least you have one running back that you'll always be able to start for 16 weeks, even if something were to happen to Zeke. So it's very important, and I would have probably got him at 8.10, but what you did wasn't terrible. I think Pollard at 8.10 would have been a little smarter. But what you did wasn't terrible because none of those guys had tight ends. 8.10, to 8, all the way to 9.2. There was no tight ends taken by any of by team 1 or team 2. And I guess kind of in hindsight, you were kind of right because two tight ends did go in those 4 picks.
Yeah. If I could take it back, I would, because I like Gronk as much as I liked Ingram. So why mess around with the Pollard pick? So it was a mistake, but it worked out fine. But I just think that team's so secure now. Like the risky part was that I was a little shaky at running back. Now I'm guaranteed. And to your point, there are literally like 4 or 5, not just good handcuffs, elite handcuffs. So what's so funny about it this year, Couch, is that take Barkley and McCaffrey out. Obviously, they don't have good backups that you'd be needing to get. Past that, it's literally all the rest of the running backs almost in order. You have Zeke Elliott and Pollard, Kamara and Lat Murray. You have Dalvin Cook and Madison, Chubb and Hunt. Like, literally, you could argue 4 of the next running backs after McCaffrey and Barkley all have not just good running backs backing them up, but ones that could be top 5 to 10 running backs if they're starting. And so Lat Murray, great pick there. I would have taken Lat Murray had he fallen to me at my next pick. I don't care if there was a better, for sure, starter. Lat Murray can win you a league if he gets into that lineup. So those are powerful backups to have. And even if you don't own the starter, this is the territory, round 7 through 9, where I start scooping up Lat Murray. Hunt won't fall anymore, but J.K., Lat Murray, Tony Pollard, even if I don't own the starter, those are guys that can help you win.
All right, there's gonna be this 2020 year is gonna bring amongst us some more surprises. a lot of crazy things are happening every day, it seems like. And we're also going to see some more crazier injuries with all these restrictions, rules, limited practice time, especially with these young players on different teams. And there's a ton of them this year.
I'm liking my Darrell Henderson pick here. I know that we talked about that on our
wouldn't
Instagram
you just
Live.
wait?
Because he's one of the higher ranked running backs on the pre-ranked list. That influences everybody. That's another thing that I think.
Oh, he was on the first fold of running backs?
Yeah, absolutely. He's like number 3 or 4. So kind of had to.
I see. Yeah, and we got some Team Smitty in here too.
What do you think about Antonio Gibson? Even as a rookie, what do you think of him?
Washington, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know how you feel about Washington.
No, it's just like Rapper likes that guy, and it's just it's another he did that with other people last year, and I drafted one guy that he liked. It was Justice Hill, and it's like basically a Justice Hill on Washington is just. I mean, here's okay. I'd probably even wait further. I just that team is just a mess, and they don't even have a great quarterback. Like, I don't see. I see a lot of headache.
I think
a lot of mess.
With my build, I kind of need to take some gambles on some running backs, so that feels pretty. I think between Henderson, J.K., and Antonio Gibson, I'll find somebody by midseason that's toting the rock on the regular. But that's the gamble I'm taking with my certain build that I have here. Not to mention that if you work the waiver wire, I could fill that running back spot that way.
Watch this. This is going to be funny. This is basically for entertainment. I'm going to see everybody in the chat. Follow these instructions. Write down your favorite Washington running back for 2020 redraft. Go. I want to see what the people say. They have Peyton Barber too, but he's trash. Yes, this is true. But they did sign Peyton Barber. Like, oh god. Yeah. There's a long lag, but they'll. The therapist I think likes Bryce Love.
Royal says when we get over to Smitty's channel, we'll start dropping the couch emoji. Royal, first of all, I'm a little hurt right now. I thought you were Team Smitty.
No, he loves you, but he's Team Couch, bud.
He's on every one of my lives. He's always in my mocks. He's in a lot of my leagues. Like
this is good news.
No, I know.
He's your number 2. You know what I mean? He's your C, or in your case, I don't know. In your case, it's C-Mac. He's 1B. Right. He's your 1B.
That's right. I've got No, I'm fine with that. I don't mind sharing with Couch. If there's anybody I'm gonna share custody with, it's Couch. Even if you've got more, I've got less custody than you. If I've got like 40%, I'm still okay with that.
You invented this league. Also, there's people I know. I'm their 1B in here right now, so that's cool too. I mean, that's amazing. I'm a 1B. That's great. So,
it's all right. Royal, we'll have an emoji contest when we get to my live. We'll see who can.
You don't have your own emoji. What's your emoji? I have my own emoji.
The TV, the show, the TV.
Oh, the 80s television set. That's the emoji.
Yeah, that's it. That's the couch. That's the
I didn't know about this. I didn't know about this.
You got to write that down. Write that down.
That's okay. I think everyone knows my emoji, though. I think everyone knows the family's emoji.
It shows up differently on YouTube than it does when you copy and paste it. So that's the TV emoji when it's pasted on YouTube. So copy it, paste it if you want, Team Smitty. I won't be offended.
Let me try this. Let me see if
combat some of these couch emojis that we have in here.
I just posted it. I'm gonna delete it because it kind of looks gross. So
it looks gross. You're gonna delete?
Yeah, that was just a test, just to see how you're.
Just leave it.
Huh?
Leave it.
No, I deleted it. See, Ryan, I'm Ryan's 1B, so that's cool. Appreciate that, Ryan.
Oh, backwards hat emoji? I could get on board with that. Is there a backwards hat emoji?
I didn't make that. They said it's not worth it.
Yeah.
It could get mixed up with another analyst. Oh God.
See what?
That emoji could get mixed up with another analyst.
Royal, you didn't offend me. I'm joking. Couch has been on YouTube longer than I have, so it's a slow process transitioning you over. I'm okay with it. Oh, I'm on
Hashtag
deck. I'm on.
hashtag Team Smitty sucks. Hey, be nice.
Yeah, be
No,
nice.
it's okay. That's not that bad.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
What do I do here? I have 3 wide receivers, but no other wide receivers. My 3 wide receivers are pretty lit. I'm just been kind of scooping up running backs. That's kind of my style. I think you probably know that by now. That I'm going to hoard as many potential, this guy could get into the lineup running backs as possible. I think between the lot that I have, I might figure it out.
You got AJ Dillon. So you look. This looks like a dynasty team. uh,
Counselor's the best backwards hat expert.
that was what I was getting to. I didn't.
I got you.
But yeah,
Corey, I welcome the challenge.
Oh no, Ryan said Counselor is my 1A. Oh, I'm 1B to Counselor. I thought Smitty was your 1A.
Yeah, you just said I'm your 1A, Ryan.
Did he? He said I'm his 1B. No, Smitty is my 1A. Oh, so this. Well, what am I?
My Discord is sleeperu.com/Discord, but I don't need to drop that in Couch's channel. You're gonna join Couch's. I'll give it to you on my live.
It'll be too. It'll be too gross. People will go there. It's not a good idea. Wait. So Ryan says Counselor is his 1A. Smitty's is 1B. Okay, joking. That's what I thought. But I wasn't sure. So Smitty is his 1A. I'm 1B.
Who do I draft here?
They do have a hat emoji. All right, I started this. It's mine.
Let's look at the backwards hat emoji.
There is none. There's a normal hat.
Well, maybe
that was just a That was just a suggestion. Oh my god, this is a 16 round. I'm gonna just stop it at 14.
Okay. Yeah, they don't have one. Counselor's my 2B, says Hazel. Oh, there's 2 Ryans, his therapist.
He said this is 1Z. It's not a bad joke. It's funny. We end this after round 14.
Grades. Why don't I do the first 6 and you do I'll do the last 6.
Do you have time? If you have time, we'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do the last 6 because you're in the last 6, so I'll do 7 through 12. You do because I'm in the other one. You do 1 through 6.
Sure.
And are we grading like what 1 through 10? 10 being the highest.
I would do. Oops, I just auto picked. I don't have the sound on because it would be too loud. But that's my only excuse. I just auto picked. I probably wouldn't have picked Baker. Ugh. Yeah.
Baker.
No, I give school letter grades.
Timeout maker.
We can do number grades on your live stream.
What are we doing on yours? What grade?
Just letter grades.
Okay.
On yours, we can do 1 through 10.
Do you ever give an F? Or are you gentle?
No, I do. Very, very rare though. I give like 2 Fs a year.
2 a year? Wow.
Yeah. It's entertaining. That makes it more. It makes it more spicy. It makes it more potent. If you just give it out all the time, everyone's just like, "What is this?" Some kind of shenanigans. When I give it out, I mean it. And sometimes we put a F- on it. But one guy in here, one of my mods, accidentally put an underscore, and that's been a staple here. So if you really don't like a team, you get a F underscore.
That's bad.
Oh, that's the worst. You can't get any worse than an F underscore.
That's an F like double minus.
Yeah. Yeah. F followed by underscores.
Okay, team 1, Conrad. Let's rank this team.
Oh, you want to? I thought we were gonna finish it
Oh, I thought you were stopping it. You said
after 14.
okay.
You can do it though if you
Gotcha.
want, but no, hold no. I'm not
No,
gonna.
I'll draft. I need to get another wide receiver in here before you grade me
Yeah, I won't give
and
you an
tell
F
me.
minus, dude. Don't worry.
We know.
It's not gonna happen.
We know that already, Couch.
Yeah, you're not that bad. Come on.
I gotta pick the best receiver left. Jeffrey, Robbie Anderson. These receivers are.
Oh, it's my turn. Crap. I almost did it again.
I time out at least once alive. It seems.
Well, I got the sound off, and I can't handle this. It doesn't work. I could go for another tight end with a different bye week. Ooh, that almost ended everything in my life. Okay. Oh no, not that one. I picked Doyle. God. Okay, so don't rank me too harsh on my last two
Uh, uh,
picks. I have enough
and
excuses. I have excuses.
I'm gonna grade you a B underscore.
No, you like excuses, right? You accept excuses. Team Smitty accepts excuses, right? Is this
A B. We accept excuses for us, but not for other people.
Ah, I should have known. Damn it! I'm not gonna get that high of a grade.
Is Larry Fitzgerald like? He's not the worst pick, but I don't know. I think he could do okay for another year. I like Dede Westbrook as a guy that could maybe, um, return to the spotlight a little bit. Um,
Yeah, Fitzgerald's not getting picked. This would be the good spot to take Fitzgerald.
yeah, I just took Westbrook. We'll just see. I think he can still be something. I mean, just because Westbrook was ranked really, really high heading into last year. Like people had him where people, where was he going? Like
I
wasn't he like
drafted him, and we got him like round 8-ish.
yeah,
Like
he was going
fairly
high.
early. I mean, I thought he was the wide receiver one on the Jags, which would have been valuable, but he was the wide receiver none. He didn't do. He
Yeah,
didn't really
I
do
still think
anything.
some guys are late to the party. I think he's still young enough to give him a shot.
He
All right,
is.
well,
Okay, we're done, and guys, after this, we're gonna head on over to Smitty's channel. That's it's in the description, youtube.com/the Fantasy Football Show. And for now, we're doing team grades. Everybody wants them, and Smitty's gonna start doing the team grades for the first 6 teams.
yeah, and you can just go to smitty1.com too. It's kind of a shortcut link. So just go to that when we're done here. But yeah, start off. You want to start off with 1 through 6 then?
Well, we can take whatever you want. It's fine.
Um, okay, let's. You start. I'll do team 2. Then you do me at team 3. I'll do team 4. We'll rotate.
Okay.
So go ahead.
So team 1 went robust RB, Saquon, Gurley, Melvin, Kareem, and then for his wide receiver 1, he's got Woods, then the risky AJ Green, and the risky Will Fuller. Josh Allen, loved that pick. Then we have a Gallup, then we have a Anthony Miller, Mike Gesicki, Alan Lazard, Darrington Evans, and Chris Herndon. I like this team a lot. I dock you maybe a quarter grade or half a grade. Both your tight ends have the same bye week. But if this was a June draft, that's not the end of the world. You got to get your guys. Love the QB late. I think your approach, although very risky, could work out. I think maybe a AJ Green injury or something could derail this team. But overall, I like it. I'm going to go with a B+.
Interesting. Okay. McCaffrey, Lamar, absolutely love the start. You guys know me, if you know my content at all, that I'm okay with the early QB approach because you just got to land the sleepers at the places people are drafting the QBs. It's I can compare it apples to apples with that strategy. David Johnson, on the other hand, I don't love at the 3.2. I get that there's appeal there that he could maybe be a shadow of his former self, but I am not banking my entire season on him. And you're doing that when you draft him at 3.2. You had Kelsey on the board, Galladay, Kittle, Mike Evans was still there. That was 4 players that I think were heads and shoulders, not just barely heads and shoulders ahead of DJ. That's the only pick like in that first 5 picks I don't like. I love Ridley. Ridley could come into his own. I feel like you should have taken, let's see, Chark maybe ahead of him, but Ridley's right there. I can understand that. Lockett, he could have some really nice hidden value. Landry, we don't know if Landry's even going to be healthy for week one. Ronald Jones, I don't like. But then at that point, you get to a place where it's like personal preference. So I'd say that even though I don't like DJ, I really like the rest of your picks, and I'd give you a B. I'd just give you a regular old B. No minus, no plus. Room for an upside in the B category, but B.
That's a high grade.
I mean, Lamar and McCaffrey alone are going to carry his team, week in and week out.
He ended up with a good team, but I would have docked him more for the David Johnson, who's more of a round 4-ish guy to me.
Yeah, but Gurley at 2.12, you gave that team a B, and I thought that pick was
that was
similar.
crazy. Yeah. Oh,
I think this team's better than the team one. Sorry, team one.
Well,
sorry, Conrad.
We started, if Smitty right here drafted a tight end, round 4, that would have been the rainbow strategy, which we all know always fails. So he went RB, pick 1, then went with Godwin, then Mahomes, Metcalf, Chark, Dobbins, Damian Williams, Evan Ingram, Tony Pollard, Darrell Henderson, Antonio Gibson, Daniel Jones, D.D. Westbrook. Although I don't like some of these picks, there was some self-awareness demonstrated by Smitty here by being like, all right, I don't really have RBs, and then I went Dobbins, who, I love his talent, but let me, go with someone like Damian Williams, who you may not like, but, probably a good day one starter. And then the handcuff was a bit risky waiting that late, but the handcuff pretty much saved this entire team and actually made this team pretty good. Like I said, don't agree with all the players, but overall it's really good, and the logic does make sense. So I'm going to give this a grade B.
I'm gonna accept that, Couch, but
obviously, you don't agree on everything, so that's still a good grade for that. What would you give yourself? Kidding. A little higher.
Honestly, I'd say an A.
I would take this team into battle.
I would take. I've already said that.
It's already been done. It's already.
We know that. Honestly, look at I got a number 1 wide receiver that could arguably be drafted at 12 or 14, 13, and you wouldn't say a word to that person. You'd be like, hey, I like the Godwin pick. That's Godwin's worth 8 spots more than where I took him. And then Mahomes could potentially be worth a whole round more than where I took him. DK Metcalf could be worth, I believe, a whole round or 2 ahead of where I took him. Chark. So every single one of the players I took. Now, granted, I could understand someone saying, I don't like what you did from 6.10 all the way down. And I totally understand that. This was a weird strategy that I deployed there to kind of save myself from going really wide receiver and QB heavy. But I don't see how you could argue that, aside from Zeke, who I think, he's going to earn where I drafted him, that these guys aren't all completely low floor, through the roof ceiling value. So I just feel like it's high upside team, very high. I could potentially have
A plus.
Yeah.
A
let's
plus,
go to an A plus.
A plus. 2+, not 3, but 2+. All right, next to you.
We're drafting again on my channel right after this, so like in 5 minutes. Let's roll through these quick, and then I do have to go fast on that. Next team, Kamara, Carson. I don't like the Carson pick at all. I think Carson, even like the next round, I wouldn't have liked. But I love your Kelsey pick. And this is weird. If Derek would have went Kelsey at 2.9 and Carson at 3.4, I'd probably be a lot easier on him, softer on this. So it's weird that he still pulled off getting Kelsey. I think Kelsey and Kittle shouldn't be falling to 3.4 and 3.7. It's crazy. Odell, I really actually like that pick. You're talking about almost 5th round value, like 4.9. And McLaurin I love a lot. I think he's going about right. I don't think you're getting him in steal territory anymore, but he still could definitely outperform that value. Sutton, I don't know what to think about Sutton. Judy landing in Denver.
That's not a bad
definitely
spot,
hurt.
Though. 6.9.
But that's what I'm saying.
Like that spot.
And Vaughn's kind of crafty there. Vaughn could be a starter. We don't really know what's going to happen there right away, but I think he could eventually wiggle right into that role. I like this team. Other than Carson, I feel like Derek is very Team Smitty thinking, except for he stepped out for coffee real quick in round 2 and picked Carson when he could have got Godwin, Lamar, Mahomes, Kelsey, Galladay, Kittle, Evans. Like all those guys are way better than Carson there. Carson's a decent like later pick that could end up being what everybody kind of hopes he could become, but there's no risk baked into that. Sorry, go ahead, Cal. I'd say B plus.
I like his mid round and mid to late round picks. I like it. All right, so Team 5, the Amar. Thanks again for the donation, my friend. Went wide receiver. Two good ones there. We see Julio Jones sometimes fall every now and then. And then Lev Bell. I'm not a Lev Bell hater, but he is your RB1, and that's got to scare you. I think you really needed to start going more RB here because Bell is your RB1. Smitty and I don't like Akers. What do you think about Thielen, Smitty? Just I feel like a guy you can't really trust for some reason. Like,
I like him at the right value.
I think is 4.8 is right?
No, because I like DK more.
You like those younger upside guys, yeah.
Yeah,
same
the sophomore
here,
wide receivers are fire.
Like AJ Brown, one pick earlier, but yeah, I would just let's see what AJ Brown can do. You know, like I want
Juju. I take Juju over Thielen. Like I think Thielen could be okay, but Stefanski leaving, we don't know what that's going to do to that offense. Now, granted, he dialed back the passing attack when he was there, so that hurt Diggs and Thielen, but you also don't know, how they're going to function with that, important part of their offense leaving that mastermind. And I think that now he's the main guy that could help him, that could be to his benefit. And he could have a resurgence for a year and a half, but he's older, not super old. I think he's like 20, what is he, 28?
Oh,
so
Thielen?
he's got, yeah.
I think he's
like
older.
29, something like that.
I think he's 30, bro. I think he's older.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah. He's
older. Yeah, I felt like he was older, but I want to say I looked it up and I was shocked that he was younger than I thought, but like 28, something like that. But Thielen, yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling Thielen at 4.8, but I think like at the 5th round pick, I would have liked it, maybe.
Okay, so yeah, I think instead of Thielen, maybe you go running back there. Actually, yeah, first 3 picks, not too bad though. I don't really like this team. I think you got Russell Wilson at value, so it's not you didn't really crush it. Then you drafted a Dolphins running back. Nobody likes Lindsey, and I only like Lindsey when he falls, and I'm like, I might as well get my RB5 or 6. So I'm gonna give this a grade C.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go fast now. Derrick Henry, Leonard Fournette, Galladay, A.J. Brown, Keenan Allen, Ertz, Aaron Rodgers late was great. Judy, we don't know what he's going to do as a rookie. That's a tough pick, to value yet. But I love the wide receivers are pretty darn good. I think you got, even though I don't love Leonard Fournette, I like your running backs, and Aaron Rodgers is very undervalued. Give him a B minus.
Grade of mine.
Okay, Josh Jacobs, Hopkins, Kittle, Montgomery, Mostert, Hollywood Brown, Watson. I'd say an A minus. I like it. I don't see any problems here. I mean, obviously Montgomery, we don't know what we're going to get, but you're not investing in him at a value that's like crazy risky. I would have taken AJ Brown ahead of him with ease. I think DK is going to outscore Montgomery, so I would have even considered him there. I think DK in the 4th round at all is a complete steal, and that's going to be debatable, and a lot of people won't like that because it's kind of like a ahead of the curve type prediction. Like it may land, it may not. But I don't feel like people are going to always be comfortable with DK, AJ Brown, Chark when I predict them to be like home runs in the 4th round. But I like it. Mostert or Montgomery, you'll get one of those guys stepping up. And you guys know how much I love Hollywood Brown. I think he's a top 12 wide receiver hiding in this like 6 to 8 round range, man. And then Watson at round 7, give me a break. That was fantastic value. A minus, Couch.
Yeah, and I can trade Hollywood Brown to a lot of people in this fake league.
No,
Keep
you
that
committed
in mind.
them to me. You committed them to me. All right, let's go fast.
All right, so Team 8, I was a little disappointed you gave me a high grade.
I mean, I'm honest, Couch.
It's all good.
I might be a little.
I was just like,
crazy.
Damn, I thought he was gonna give me like a C plus.
I
like
like
it. Grade.
I think you and I have good teams. I think there's a lot of good. I haven't given below a B plus yet.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of good teams in this draft.
Dalvin, Aaron Jones. You're not on Aaron Jones this year, right? You're off of
At
him.
the right price, 2.5 is too
A
high.
little too high for me. Mike Evans, I like him that late. That's
I like
very
that. You could
late.
swap those. You could swap those and
Yeah,
be
you
fine.
could. You could.
That's what
It's
I'm
one of
saying. It's
those
weird.
swap situations. Yeah, like you mentioned with
Great pick.
Carson. I'm just gonna go through this really fast. Darren Waller too early for me. Other than
I
that,
like it, though.
some of the things make sense here. C plus.
Okay. Joe Mixon, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Jonathan Taylor. You're banking a lot on those rookies, and you guys know how much I love Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but he could be very, very limited, as all these rookies could, with the COVID-19 virus literally making it so rookies are going to be hard pressed to absorb playbooks, pass protection, all that. They could all start off very slow. They could all finish very strong, because you could have these veterans pulling hamstrings and groin muscles left and right in a weird off season where they're not in shape, getting the oversight and nutrition they need. So they might come through, but are they going to come through too late? Juju, Kyler. I love Juju and Kyler. I love Devontae Parker. I love the later part of your draft. I love Clyde. But I think that you're mixing Clyde with Mixon and Taylor makes it just a bunch of, there's no safety there with those three running backs. So I'm going to say almost a B minus still, because of Juju, Kyler, and Parker, and you really did save it there.
He did save with the wide receivers a little bit when he could have been
I'm still
screwed.
going B minus. Like if you would have taken I don't like Mixon. So if you love Mixon, insert Mixon there. You're fine.
His first 3 rounds is way too crazy.
Way
way too crazy for Smitty. That's crazy.
If you would have went in a different direction with your Taylor and your Mixon pick, you could be the best team in the draft. Like, so there's some good things to take away from this criticism. Next team.
Mixon's a good friend of mine. Also, this next guy, Christopher Smells, good friend of mine. Right now, he's currently drooling over his team. He's got Chubb. He actually has a good team. DJ Moore, Mark Andrews. You took him too early, but I got a good feeling you're going to quickly recover from that. Hilton, Dak Prescott, Brandon Cooks, who I usually avoid, but round 8 is usually where you want to get him, and that's late round 7. Tariq Cohen went a bit early, which I like Tariq Cohen this year because he's going at the end of round 10. So a little early, but yeah, I mean, you pull, like I really didn't like what Smitty was doing, but then he ended up, kind of having a decent team. Like, he pulled it off. And some of these picks I don't agree with here, but you definitely overall have a really good team. Let me see who's your.
I'm loving that when I'm in my community, like when we're in our own communities, you get a totally different feel and vibe with where guys are going, how they react to your picks. And it's funny because Mahomes, DK, and Chark, those picks that I made there in my community, they would have been like, oh my God, I can't believe you got those guys there. But when I come into your world, Couch, it's like, it's a rude awakening.
I mean,
I'm not getting.
I don't know if you've seen it, but I've
put
put in quite a bit of work on my DK Metcalf video, so I know a lot about that man. So I was on him. I just don't like when people. I was on him last year. I'm not so much on him this year. And it's just people sometimes forget to give me props. It's all good. You guys can don't draft him last year, but draft him this year. It's all good. See what happens. All right. This team is between a B plus and A minus.
Okay. Devontae Adams, Sanders, Connor. Way too early for Connor. A-Rob. That you could argue that's good because a lot of people do like A-Rob this year, and he seems to be undervalued. I'm kind of indifferent. Like it's neither great or bad for me. The placement there. Devin Singletary is, good value at 5.1. Debo's great value at 6.2. I don't like Wentz as your starter. I don't know if you backed him up with anybody in particular, but I'd have to say this might be the first team that I'm going to rank a C+. I'm going into the C range for you, only because I'm just not a huge fan of the Connor, and Sanders is just too early for me. Like, I get the appeal, but they have the tendency to running back by committee the hell out of their running backs. No matter what happens, they can still bring in Devonta Freeman. Who knows? But I still feel like Sanders has the upside. The PPR upside alone makes him a locked and loaded third rounder. But 2.2, I think him and Connor just make this team hard to rank any higher than C something.
C plus for sure for me as well.
Yeah.
Tyreek, Drake, Ingram, Cooper, Swift, Diggs, Geis, Brady, Justin Jefferson, Jonu, Henry Ruggs,
Like
Noah Fant. I like this team. You did pretty well.
Ingram.
I'm gonna give this a B plus, maybe B plus, more like B plus. And then I'm
Okay.
boosting up Team 10 to a minus. By the way, technically, we're done. All right, guys, we're gonna head on over to Smitty's channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, Fantasy Couch. Links below in the description. Also subscribe to my second channel, Fantasy Couch Podcast. We're heading over to Smitty's channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to that one as well. We're about to do another mock. That's the Fantasy Football Show. That's his YouTube channel. Like this, and I'll see you on Smitty's channel.